Channel, guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's live stream, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily British content. Okay, so we've got a live stream as there has been some breaking news as a man has died following a unprovoked attack on the Elizabeth line at Ilford Station. Now, again, this story is a breaking story, but did take place on the 4th of December. We're only just starting to hear this actual story and what it's all about. So as always, guys, I'll give you the details, but guys, as always, if you are watching this on a live stream, do get involved in the live chat. Give me your thoughts and opinions, and also, if you're watching on a replay, do get involved in the comment section below, and then, as I said, we can discuss it in due course. But yeah, let's go through what we know with regards to the situation right now. So, a 61-year-old Elizabeth line worker has died after sustaining injuries during an unprovoked attack at Ilford tube station. British Transport Police were called to the East London station on Wednesday evening following reports of a serious assault. Police arrived to find an Elizabeth line employee with serious head injuries. The man was rushed to hospital where he is later died. Ayodele Jamabi, who's 28 years old, of Kingston Road, Ilford, has now been charged with the grievous bodily harm, affray and possession of a prohibited offensive weapon in a private place. Detectives will now apply to amend the charges to reflect the victim's death. So, of course, he was initially charged under grievous bodily harm. However, of course, the victim had later died, and now that will, of course, be reflected in his charges. An RMT General Secretary, Mick Lynch, said, "We are deeply saddened by the passing of our member who died following an attack while at work. The whole union sends its condolences to their family, friends and colleagues at this awful time, and everybody's thoughts at RMT are with them. We will keep a close eye on legal proceedings and will comment further in due course when it is appropriate." Jambardi appeared at Highbury Corner Magistrates Court on December 6th, where he was remanded in custody. He will appear at Inner London Crown Court on Saturday. Specialist family liaison officers and supporting the victim's family. DCI Paul Atwell said, "Our thoughts remain with them at this incredibly difficult time. I would like to reassure the public that this is an isolated incident and we're not seeking anybody else." So that's the thoughts. Well, that's what we know about this story so far with regards to the situation. And again, this is kind of just came out now with regards to the breaking story. Actually happened on the 4th of December, but we're only getting the sort of full story now. Whether it happened, it didn't really appear on sort of mainstream media, wasn't really reported on. However, the man has later died, so of course it has now sort of been taken up by a lot of like the publicists, a lot of the mainstream media, and other sort of media sites. But of course, look, my thoughts firstly are with the victim's family and friends, but we don't know what the situation is. It's being dubbed as an unprovoked attack, so God knows what the situation was. I mean, looking back at the name, I don't want to judge, but it certainly isn't someone who is British in terms of, well, it could be someone who's British in terms of was born here, but family was from here. But looking at the name, it doesn't look like a necessarily an English name, nor does it look like a British name. We haven't been giving an identity of this gentleman, where he's from, or this man, sorry, this killer, on where he's from. But that's kind of the information that we have with regards to him. Again, I'll get his name up. It was quite a difficult one to pronounce, but it's called Ayodele Jambagdi. So that's his name, from Ilford apparently, or lives on Kingston Road in Ilford, and he is now, of course, killed a man in an unprovoked attack on the London Underground. Worker, an Elizabeth line worker. So, yeah, another day in London, eh? I mean, I hate to say it, but this stuff's happening every single day in terms of these unprovoked attacks. We're hearing messes that happen in the capital city every single day. And yesterday we got the news that Sadiq Khan is going to be getting knighted in the New Year's Honour list. The place is an absolute cesspit, and genuinely just continues to happen. And these are the only stories that we actually hear about. They're constantly happening. I mean, you can just type into Google London stabbing, and you'll probably get a list of stuff that is going to show. It's an absolute cesspit. But this one is an unprovoked attack. And guys, just to reiterate, It's been said that the police have said that it's to reassure the public that is an isolated incident and we're not seeking anybody else. So it was obviously an individual that attacked a worker at the London Rail, unprovoked. I mean, that's a bit too far. What could he have done to deserve to have his head caved in? He was obviously arrested as well with a weapon. He was carrying a weapon. You can see his charges there. So obviously cutting about the underground with a weapon, and just hitting random people, or just hitting this guy for instance, and obviously has died with head injuries. So that's kind of all we know. As I said, they don't really release the full details of said story, but again, just to reiterate, a 61-year-old Elizabeth Line worker has died after sustaining injuries during an unprovoked attack at Ilford Tube Station, and this man, of course, who is the perpetrator, has been arrested, was 28 years old, for grievously bodily harm, and of course carrying around an offensive weapon in a private place, but of course his charges are going to be changed because he's obviously killed him, or the guy has been killed now following a few days. So yeah, absolutely brutal stuff. I'm sick of reading this crap every single day. London is an absolute cesspit, genuinely. But my thoughts and prayers are, of course, with the victim's family. I'm just going to go through some comments, guys. Good to see you all. As I said, I haven't been doing too many live streams recently. I've just started to get back into the groove of things yesterday. So thank you for bearing with me. And of course, we'll try our best to bring these stories when they do break. So if you are new, guys, then make sure you do subscribe. And as I said, get involved. We're trying to build a community here. And I'm starting to see some faces, same faces again here in the live chat, which is great to see. Steve V, member, says this is about the 4th million reason why the nomination of Khan for a knighthood is obscenely offensive to the public decency. I mean, look, I haven't met a single soul that thinks Sadiq Khan deserves a knighthood. I mean, this is a different situation, but of course, under his stewardship, under his sort of mayorship, if you want to call it that, since 2016, the place has been a cesspit. Genuinely, it's been a cesspit. I've seen the transition happening, and it's not safe there in London anymore. The fact that he is getting a knighthood is absolutely laughable, because I don't like to go there. As I said, I'm a Londoner myself. I don't like to go there. It's brutal. Jenny says this can't be normal down there, and why is he being knighted? He's done nothing for you guys. He's usually useless as our SMP. Yeah, I know, definitely, but everybody knows that, except from, I mean, I don't know anybody, even on the Labour side of things, even on the Labour side of the political spectrum, I've never met one single person that believes that Sadiq Khan deserves a knighthood. I mean, they're going to be chucking them out. They're probably going to be giving me one soon. Welsh choir boy again, is it, says no jab, and I'm in a good mood to see my new grandson twice this week. Good to see. Wait for the mental health excuse. We'll wait for that. Again, guys, for those of you just joining in, it was an unprovoked attack, according to the police, and that's kind of all we've got. A man has died in an unprovoked attack. We don't know the motive, but we have got a name, and again, my pronunciation is horrible, so do bear with me, but his name is Ayodele Jamgbadi, and he's 28 years old. So yeah, that's all I've got for you, ladies and gentlemen. Some breaking stories. We might be back live with another one later. There's another story I want to kind of talk about as well. So do hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next live stream. Good luck after yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.